All right, good morning. Excited to get caught up on a few things, just a couple notes, and then get to your guys' questions. Varsity-wise, off to a 2-3 start. Feel like we've played a tough schedule, one of the tougher ones in the city, which has challenged us, so the record might not necessarily indicate the quality of our team. I feel like we've got a good group that's getting better. And I'm proud of their work. We've been in every game that we've played and had chances. We've improved, and that's got me excited. The Liberty North tournament was again just an awesome success. Thanks to you guys in here for all the work that you did putting it on and streaming it. Was really neat. The sports marketing folks, Mr. Purnell, Ms. Kalura, our evening custodians working well into the night and mornings to make sure that it was a great tournament. Got a lot of good feedback from it. The atmosphere on Friday night was awesome. Really fun game. If you take the result out of it and you just watch it, I think it was a good high school basketball game that people got to enjoy. Our sub-varsity group is battling and working to get better every day. They've had a goofy schedule where they played some early before. Our sophomores did before we went on Thanksgiving break, and then they've been cramming some games in lately. So they're learning and growing and getting better. We've had some roster movement in those, but I'm proud of the work that Coach Meyer, Coach Hanson, and Coach Mason are doing with them. And then lastly, our jeweled tournament bracket came out. We received a 2 seed in a bracket where Rockhurst is the 1, and then we'll open with Kearney in the jeweled tournament on Friday, or on the 27th, of December. So a good opponent that we'll see in that. So we got a couple more important things, though, this week with Kearney coming in on Friday, and then our first conference game on Tuesday with Lee Summit. So certainly some opportunities to get better, and looking forward to that. So turn it over to you all for questions.
How do you feel with the success of your younger teams, especially the freshmen with their records? How will that affect your varsity team coming into the future?
So I think that something to keep in mind that's really important is development at those levels. How much better are the players getting? What experience are they getting so that they're better prepared to play? I use this analogy a lot, but the Royals are in the World Series in 2014 and 2015, but people don't remember what Northwest Arkansas and Omaha's records were 3 or 4 years previous. But the guys who won the World Series in 15 and played in it in 14 were at those levels in 2010, 2011. They got better, they got experience, and so we're trying to do a lot of the same things with our sub-varsity level. So I'm happy that they're competing at a high level, but at the same time, really focused on them getting better.
On Thursday, the team set a new scoring record for points scored in a game with 82. What do you think went into this?
Well, the guys. So the first thing is we started the game up 16-2. So that gave us some confidence where we saw the ball go in the goal. We felt really good about it early. We had a little margin for error by having a 14-point lead early. So the guys were able to relax, and then they just got in a really good rhythm. So as the game was going, you can just see the ball was moving. We took very, very few bad shots. We attacked early, so we got some inside looks, which opened the outside game as opposed to just starting shooting jump shots. We got to the foul line when we needed to, so we were in a zone, in a rhythm that was really fun to watch, and just let the guys kind of shine in.
Speaking of your team's success, what players stood out to you during the tournament?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think all of them stand out to me because I watch them so much and I pay attention to them, try to get them better. Benny Kaplan had a great tournament. Was named to the all-tournament team. He had a really good tournament and is getting better from the 5 games that we've played. Jalen does a wonderful job of leading us as the point guard. CJ's attacking, getting to the foul line, draws defensive responsibilities. Carter's probably our most improved player. Brady gives us something from a toughness, rebounding, scoring, being in the right spot. Stu came in off the bench, played really well, hit a couple shots against Baser that were really important. Davis played for Jalen some and then played with Jalen some, and as a sophomore is learning how to play. Fernando's figuring out, the role that we need him to play. I'm figuring out the role I need him to play, but he had some really important plays against Baser and a nice drop-down assist in the fourth quarter when we were on a run. Garrett Lynn's coming off the bench and guarding well. I got to find the right lineups for him to play him in. Justice Braden, as a freshman, got some minutes early on, didn't in the championship game, but he provides a dimension to us that, depending upon what lineup I put him in with, can be versatile. So, they all stand out to me in different ways, but I think that the biggest thing is I see them wanting to learn and wanting to get better, so they're taking the things that we show them on film and that we show them on the practice floor, and they're applying them to the game. So hopefully you see them even be better on Friday night.
How do you recover after the tough loss against Baser Linwood?
So, I think that so if you only worry about winning or losing, then you kind of have this ebb and flow of your season where you're really high or really low. So after the wins, you feel really good, right? After Park Hill, we score 82. We're feeling pretty good about ourselves. And then after Baser, you lose. You have to maintain a level of consistency. So it was certainly a tough loss because we had ball minute 40 to go, 50-49. Got the right drive and then just didn't finish the shot. And then 52-49, got it down. Jalen was really patient in our action, got a little ball fake, got the guy to move, had a wide open three at the top of the key that would have tied it. So we had two shots in the last minute of the game, 2 minutes of the game, that one would have taken the lead and one would have tied it. If those go in, then does this difficult loss question become how do you feel about a really energizing win? And so I think that the line between winning and losing is that narrow. And it's really important for us to just continue to focus on getting better so that results don't really sway us too much.
Coming off the tournament from last week and not having any games till Friday, how are you preparing for Kearney?
So really astute question because that does mess with our rhythm. We got going early in the year where we didn't play for the first 26 practices. So we beat each other up pretty good, but that was the only competition we had was each other. Then we go to 5 games in 7 days, and the first 2 games we play are against 2 teams who start 5 seniors. So you're playing against experienced and seasoned players. Then you come back and you got 3 games in your tournament. So our practice rhythm was all thrown off because on the Monday and Wednesday of last week we didn't have a full practice because our JV was playing. So we went pretty light on Monday, getting some shots and skill work and reviewing things that we identified on tape that needed to be improved. And then yesterday we went super light and just did some skill work. So then we'll really get after it and practice hard the next couple days so that we're ready for what will be a quality, well-coached opponent on Friday and probably a really fun atmosphere.
Last question. With having a record at home, a winning record at home, how does the environment affect the way that we play?
Well, I think it just, I talk to people after the tournament. I talk to get feedback, solicited or unsolicited, and people just rave about the environment. They talk about, what it means to play in settings like that are so intense and so energized. The crowd's into it. So it's just such a treat to play in that environment at home, to have that energy that fuels your players. And I know that we look forward to it, and I know the other guys look forward to every opportunity that we get to play at home. So I look forward to seeing you guys this Friday night and then Tuesday night with Lee Summit. Certainly appreciate all of your support of the team, and we will circle back and talk next week and see where things are, okay? Thanks, guys.